So, okay, so as I said, right? So in the interview preparation part, these are the basic things. For example, one is pre-interview, second is at the interview, third is post-interview. Pre-interview basically means how you are always ready for the interview. You cannot suddenly prepare for an interview when the interview letter comes or when your campus interview, the company comes. That time you can make specific tailorings for that particular interview. You can additionally, you can learn some things. But most of the generic things, as I have repeatedly told you, you need not prepare only for one interview. You can always prepare because they're all common. Say something about yourself. Does it change from company to company? Will you do you become a different person for each company? No, you are what you are. Second, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Same. One thing that may change is why do you want to work for our company? But most of the generic preparations can be done right now, long before you get even your first interview call. So that's the idea. Interview, and then there are certain things at the interview. At the interview, there are two parts. One is basically the actual interview questions, like what we were discussing. The other part is your presentation, how you present yourself. For men, basically, how you go neatly shaved, the hair is groomed, trimmed properly, how you dress, for example, formals. And formals does not mean, in India, formal means anything goes. No? They say sab chalta hai, you can wear anything. In old cinemas, there is something called minor jubba. All of you guys know that what minor jubba is, the silk jubba. Jubba, right? The silk jubba, kind of shiny shirt they wear. Even actually wearing a dark shirt and a light pant is not really formal. Light shirt and a dark pant is formal. Wearing a sneaker, sports shoe is not formal. Wearing jeans is not formal. So you have to invest. Whatever your financial situation is or something, you should still invest because these are investments. Buying at least two pairs of really good formal dresses, shirt and pant, one pair of real good formal shoes, nice pair of two pairs of socks. Even if that is not your regular dress you wear for college, or work. Maybe at work, if you're working in a factory, you may have a uniform, you may have your factory shoes, boots, or whatever it is. But otherwise, you should have actually a proper set of formal dress. Invest. You can earn 1,000 or 1 lakh times the return for this investment. Please talk to your parents. If you're a student, talk to your parents or the saying, tell them the importance of this. And if you want, why or something, if you think you need your parents to be convinced, you can involve me. I can talk, convince your parents. I can explain to them why they need all those things. So that is one. Now, for ladies, what I will also do is I will, in one of these calls, I will bring some ladies also along with me so they can even suggest better. There are a few ladies also in this session. I can give some suggestions now. Some of the suggestions I can give for, I can get my own wife, basically, she can coach you on this. She can tell you a lot about this thing. But anyway, most of the comments I gave for men also applies to women. For example, how you groom your hair, for example, right? You don't have to go in like a photogenic picture kind of model kind of thing. You don't have to do that, but you should go neat. There are contradicting opinions. Should I have bindi, kumkum, and all those things? Should I not wear the have that? For men, vibhuti, should I have? These are all your personal choices. I will not comment on it because there are both for and against. Normally, what I do, I can tell you. Normally, to office, I don't wear vibhuti or something. I am spiritual to some extent. I am religious and everything, but I don't wear to office because it's my style. That's it. And I always come to office in very formal. If you can see, for example, wait, I will get up and I will show you how I'm dressed right now. See, can you see me actually, how I'm dressed? Can you see my formal dress? Formal shirt, formal pant, light shirt, dark pant, and this belt what I am wearing. You see, it's a formal belt, not our stylish, big, fancy, big buckle, right? You can see this buckle. It's not a big buckle belt that you wear for style with jeans or something. There is neat formal belt. Usually, formal belts are not thick, not broad. They are thin to medium. That's it. Not very thick. And simple buckle. You can have any kind of buckle, but formal buckle. And then shoes, for example, I can show you. Let me see. For example, if you can see, can you see my shoes? For example, are you seeing my shoes? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
shoes, for
Yes, sir.
example. And these are the things, for example, Paka farmers. And I'll tell you, for office, on paper, we have a dress code in office, but very rarely people follow. And even if I come in jeans, rarely once in a month or something, or once in 2 months, I come to office in a jeans on a Friday. But that too, I neatly wear a neat t-shirt and tuck it, or have a very smart casuals. But this is basically what a formal dress is. You can ignore the company logo or something, because this is what we had for. This is one of the shirts I have, which is a Bosch logo. But generally, I don't wear a shirt with a Bosch logo. It's just an exception today. I just wanted to wear this shirt, otherwise I don't get a chance to wear it. So I am wearing it. So this is for ladies, for example. At least as a man, I can give you some suggestions. More suggestions I can get ladies also in this call to suggest to you. Grooming neatly, right? Combing. You can wear all the in Tamil they call it jada, or this plates or all those. You can. There is nothing called talai. I'll say I think Bhargav does not speak Tamil, but just I'll just use a
Yes, I
few.
understand.
You understand, huh? Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
For example, see, talai அப்படியே விரிச்சு போட்டு வர்றது, that looks like people wrongly think that is formals. Sometimes it looks really awkward when some ladies, they come to office or to interviews without, they don't comb their hair also, they just leave it free. I'm not saying you should leave it free or you should tie your hair. No, I'm not saying that. Even if you leave your hair free, doesn't mean you can, right? Respect the occasion. For men also, grooming, shaving does not mean clean shave. Have mustache, have beard, have mustache and beard. Groom it, groom it. If you are someone who always leaves beard, go to a barber neatly, trim it, at least for the interview to make yourself presentable. Tell them I'm going for an important interview, trim it, your mustache and beard neatly. Yeah, do that. It's very important. Or you say, no, no, only mustache, no beard, trim your mustache. If you say, no, no, I go clean shave, I was lazy, I could not shave, shave cleanly and go. Comb your hair. When I say comb your hair, it's not that very formally you take, not see, you don't have to do something very unnatural. For example, wearing the top button right in shirts without a tie, just wearing, no, 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 no. Be casual. You don't have to wear a tie or a coat for an interview. Just like I am, this dress what I am wearing, good enough. No buttoning, you don't have to button the but button your first button, not the zeroth button at the neck, but the first button neatly. So if you wear a chain or something, don't leave it outside or something. Yeah. So these are very, it may appear insignificant or silly, but these are important things, because when you enter the interview room, even before you open your mouth, you speak the first word. What does the interviewers notice? What do the interviewers notice? They
Appearance.
notice your appearance.
Or attire. Attire.
Your appearance. Your attire is part of the appearance. One part of the appearance is along with the attire, the way you have groomed yourself and everything. Another part of appearance, can you somebody tell me? We already discussed this in the past.
Attitude of body language, sir.
How you smile, body language, how you smile. how you keep your face, how you confidently walk, you are entering the interview room, how you open the door, how you close the door behind you, how confidently you walk. Are you very timid and this is, or are you very arrogant like this, or confidence? How confidently you are walking, and how you look people into the eye, how you smile, and not a fake smile or oh he smile, but a decent smile, that warmth, and you should give your hand first before the other person, and firm handshake. Even ladies in professional circles, professional environments, firm handshake. Men to women, women to men. Also, it applies. If you are a woman and the interviewer is a man, or vice versa, still it applies. You prefer your hand first. If the interviewer does not offer the hand, you can always take your hand back. You can take your hand back, but give some time. Some awkward situations. The interviewer gives the hand, you don't give the hand. Or you give the hand, the interviewer does not give the hand. Never make the mistake of not offering your hand if the other person gives a hand. Always be the first person to offer the hand. If the other person does not give the hand, it's okay. But wait for meaningful time, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. An interviewer is not giving the hand, take the hand back. Hi, smile. No big smile, ha ha ha, he he. No harsh looking, smile. So again, the rest of you, please, if you can come on the sync. I think two of you, the sync, Ayappan who joined and Vishnu can also come on the video, please. Kavya went out of video. Good. So this is something that you must, and in Tamil also they call it goon porter, right? Like this, shrugging the shoulders, drooping shoulders, and everything. Don't have broad. Ladies also, ladies also. So everything I'm saying, if there is going to be a difference between men and women, I will tell you. If I don't tell you about a difference, it means it's applicable to both of you, men and women. Because we are living in an equality society, people expect the same mannerisms, behavioral patterns, and professionalism from men and women makes no difference. India or Western countries? No. Can I wear a sari for an interview? Yeah. Yeah. Can I wear chudidar? Yeah. Of course, more details and more fine tuning I can get some other ladies to answer these questions. But should I wear only shirt and pant? Not necessarily. Some of you prefer wearing formal shirt and pant. Some people, some ladies even tuck in the pant and shirt and go. It's okay. No tuck in of the shirt and pant. Okay, ladies, I'm saying. But whatever you wear, be graceful. You wear a sari, be graceful. You know what being graceful is, right? If you are going to wear chudidar with or without dupatta, be graceful. There are ways how you can wear a dupatta to be still graceful. Put it very crudely. Sometimes at home, ladies wear a nightie and put a dupatta and then walk, right? Like that, don't wear a dupatta along with your chudidar. From my perspective, I'm saying I can get some ladies to give you the proper perspective. So all these things. So attire, body language, smile, handshake, all this. And then smiling and say, hi, how are you? You try to be the first person to say, hi, how are you? If the other person says before you, good, reply, respond properly. Hi, how are you? I am. I am Bhargav. I am Shweta. I am Kavya. Say, I am Ayappan. And how are you means if they ask, you know the answer. So all these things may sound silly. Bhuvan, why are you talking about all these things here? We know everything. Sorry, most of you do not know this, and most people, even when they know it, they don't follow it because they don't take it seriously. Because I see people a lot in such situations, they don't care. So that is why you should be very, very careful, very cautious how to dress. More tips, of course, I can give you in the next sessions. For now, these are some basic things, and they will usually offer you a chair, and after giving shaking hand, stand and shake the hand. Don't sit and shake the hand. Shake the hand, then sit. If they don't offer you a seat, but they are going to sit, tell them, yeah, may I take this seat? And then sit like this. Can you see me? Yeah, sit. Not sometimes I've seen awkward situation where these chairs, right? Some people have this, and then the chair tilts over. And this how imagine how it happens in an interview. Don't lean over too much. It's okay sometimes if the chair is very uncomfortable. If the chair is very uncomfortable, and you feel that even casually in your body language you're trying to do like this back and forth, at that time the chair is leaning very heavily. You can always tell the interviewer, excuse me for a moment, and you can adjust the settings in the chair, right? That prevents the chair from sliding back and forth. You can do that. That makes you comfortable. I do it many times. I do it. If not all the time, many times I do it. I lock the chair. But you don't have to be firm and tight. Be relaxed. Now, can you practice all these things just for the interview? You can't. So, how do you do that? Every day. Every day. At your home, at college. So, can you all be on video and try to sit properly? I don't know how many of you are sitting on a proper chair or something. Can you sit? I want to see your shoulder, this thing, how you're doing it. You can have your hands. Can you see intentionally? That's why I want you to come on video. Hands. You can rest. Do not fiddle. Do not fiddle like this, like this, like this, or pen. Okay. Hands free. Unless you want to take notes where you have your notebook right next to you, you can have it and you can take. But otherwise, even then, let the notebook and pen be on one side. Hands free. Or you can have like this, but not like too much of all this. Sit relaxedly. And so these are some things that come to my mind now. There are more things. You can Google it or YouTube, you can see a lot and everything. There are more things. But so this is part of these are the first impressions that you create. And so far, you've either not even spoken a single word in the interview or maximum, hi, I am your name. How are you? May I take a seat? Thank you. That's all you would have spoken. But 90% of impression or 70% of impression would already have been formed. Technically, your interview is almost over even before you speak the first sentence. First impression is the best impression, they say, right? That's a thing. So, any questions? There are lots of such more instructions and everything, but these are some common things. Any questions? Maulish, I think you can also come online on video. Maulish, Vishnu. So, yeah. Yes, any questions? You're asking, somebody is asking something. Huh? So in these sessions, there are no stupid questions. You can ask anything. Don't think if the other person is going to laugh or something. No, 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 it's okay. Stupid questions? No, there are no stupid questions. Ask anything.
Sir, can you share your advice on how to make connections, sir? Lately, I have been having difficulty with it.
Mm. Very
Valid.
simple. This is one thing you must do every day, not just for the interview. Because connecting with people, see, It's an art. It does not come naturally to many people. So always see, even I was awkward when I was in college also. Did my college in my first 2 year, second year, or even up to my third year or fourth year. I used to be very, very timid. I will walk like this, and when someone comes, a professor or somebody comes, I'll start getting nervous. I'll become very uncomfortable, and my gait. You know what gait means? Gait. Google it. I mean, the way you walk, everything will change. I will not feel comfortable or natural. It happens with everyone. It's okay. But whenever you are approaching someone, you have to practice consciously. By nature, it will not come to everyone. So you have to make effort to do it consciously, even for working professionals. Always, when you always look at every interaction, every transaction. Transaction means what? Now, what I am doing with you is a transaction, give and take. I'm talking to you, for example. You're listening to me, or you talk, I listen. So, these interactions and every interaction is a chance for networking. Of course, you can network with an agenda. I want something from that person, so I network. But most of the time, you can network without also an agenda also. It need not be you need something from the other person, only then you will network. That's the first point. Second point, this is a why. They say your network is your net worth. You know what net worth means, right? What your worth. That's the first point. That's
Thanks.
why you have to network. Second, what i- does this networking really means? Multiple things. It's simply connecting someone with someone on LinkedIn. How many of you are connected to me on LinkedIn already? I know some of you are connected. I know some of you are also not connected.
Yes, sir.
So send me a connection request if you're not already connected. This is one kind of networking. Another kind of networking is you proactively looking for people on LinkedIn and then sending a connection request. People who can help you with anything. Another kind of networking is in your college, all around you, at your workplace, all around you. It's not that going to every single person, hey, okay, I'm, say, Tarun, I'm Tarun. No, 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 no. Identify people who can add value. The world has 7 billion people. You need not network with all the 7 billion people or 7 billion minus 1 other than you. You don't have to. But choose the purpose. Start with why. Start with your purpose. I am one example of a purpose. I am a student who is in the third year. I am going to attend campus interviews. I need connections. Who can give me a job or an internship? So I'm going to connect, actively seek and connect with people who can help me with this. Or I am going to, maybe Bhuvan will not be able to give me an internship, but he can connect me with others who can give me an internship. You're already working. I'm looking for a job change. So I will connect with people from my industry. Imagine I'm working in production. What are the other production companies? What are the other things I can do? Or simply I know someone is a senior enough person. I can request whether he or she can coach me, mentor me. What can I learn? Or this person is an expert in an area, artificial intelligence. I want to learn. Can I network with that person? Purpose. Have a purpose, and then identify people, select people, and then connect with that person. So networking means establishing a connection with that person with a purpose. How does that networking look like? Either you are connected on LinkedIn, you are having a regular conversation or sessions like these. It's not that you connect on LinkedIn and then never again in life you interact with the person. I am doing it a lot like that. I have, I don't know, 5,000 connections plus or more, lots of connections. You can see from my this. I don't remember how many. I'm not in touch with many of them also. But many of them are all in touch with me because they need some support from me. I'm in touch with many other people because I need some support from me. And many times That's how it happens. So networking can take any form. This is the what part of networking. Then the last part is how. This is basically what you asked. So have that confidence. First, accept that not every person is natural in networking. You're going to a marriage, your own family, only your family, close relatives are there, friends are there, no outsiders. Are you comfortable in going and smiling at a person, talking to the person? Maybe, maybe not. They say charity begins at home. Means what? Anything you want to start, start at home, start at a place where you are comfortable. Practice because these are safe areas. Your own family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, close office colleagues, fellow students, classmates, professors. Maybe start practicing. So accept that it's not natural for everyone. Some of you or many of us will have to consciously accept that as a fact and learn. So don't worry if you're not good at networking. It's perfectly all right. You can learn it. You can become very good at it. Second, how? I told you establish a purpose. Identify people and do it. Third, always look at every interaction as a chance to network. I am not attending, this is not a job fair or education fair. It is not a place where I could network. So I will not. No, 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 no. One silly thing I will tell you. In my office also I've done. When I go to the washroom, on the way, I run into some people casually and establish a conversation. That's networking. You don't know where you get good networks. So always see every interaction you have, every occasion as a chance to network. Fourth thing, how to network. You should want to network. You say it is not natural for you, right? So make it natural. How do you make something natural? What is a habit? Something you do once, first time, then you do it second time, third, fourth, then it becomes a habit. Then you do it subconsciously or unconsciously without thinking. So make it natural. You want, create that willingness and want to network with people. Fifth, take support. For example, what you're doing now is exactly that. You can ask. Never hesitate to ask people for help. If you don't ask, it's okay. If you don't ask, 1 second, guys, please. You go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. Just ignore. You can go ahead. So, see, in life, the fact is, if you ask, you may or may not get it. Sometimes you may get what you ask. Many times you may not get it. But what is sure is, if you do not ask, you will definitely not get it. If you ask, you may get it, you may not get it. But if you don't ask, you will definitely not get it. Only a crying child gets milk. And don't hesitate to ask, even if you think it's a stupid question. You ask now a question, how do I network? That's actually exactly what I'm talking of. Sixth, how? Prepare. There's no substitute for preparation. Always note down things. I told you purpose. Note down, write down the purposes. Okay, write down the purposes. Write down the potential people who can help you in that. One purpose is I want an internship. Who are the potential people who can help me? I want to learn something. Who are the people? I want coaching. Who are the people? So these are something. So prepare. Stand in front of a mirror and practice smiling. Natural smile, casual smile, self introduction. Hi, I'm Adit. That elevator pitch, we call it, right? the elevator pitch basically. So you prepare it. Practice in front of the mirror. Record yourself on your phone or laptop, video and audio. Practice it with your family, friends, classmates, professors, close circles. Do that. So this is called preparation. There is no substitute for good preparation. If you are super duper prepared also, you may fail. You may succeed. But if you're not prepared, you will definitely fail. So this is exactly what preparation means. These are some tips. Give me a minute. I will note down also some of the things. Okay, sorry. In the meanwhile, if you have any other questions, please ask. Oh, telling you. Hey, so this is clear or are there any questions?
Yes, I practice. And
Yeah. So whatever I said is just common sense. When you hear it, you will see, oh, this is already, I know it. It's common sense, right? But common sense, I say, is the most uncommon.
sir,
So,
can I have a clarification?
mm,
Sir, what should I do if my interviewer doesn't feel right about me, or like he is not interested in speaking or having a conversation with me? When he interviews like a campus interview, he should be interviewing like 100 people a day or something. So, what are the things that I need to do to make them interested in me?
excellent. Who is this? Ilango? Ilango?
Yes, sir.
Mm,
Same problem for me too, sir. If I will initialize a conversation to make connections, what do I do when they
this
just
happens. These are some things I'll tell you. At one level, it can be awkward. You're talking and talking, that interviewer is not listening to you. They show disinterest. They give eyes, they roll their eyes, they shrug their shoulders, right? They say, and then they are looking out on the casual. They do all this. See, there are 2 points here. How to handle this. There are 2 points in this. One is connecting with the interviewer through content, through the answers you give, how you lead. You remember I told you in an interview, early on in the interview, who takes control? You can always take control. And you have a very good advantage because the early questions are say something about yourself and everything. Nobody other than you knows, or nobody on earth other than you knows everything about you. Even you don't know everything about you. So that is something where they cannot contradict. There's no right or wrong answer for say something about you. So that means you can say whatever you want in a way you can honest answers, of course, but to direct the discussion. So when you are directing the discussion, the interview in the way you want, the follow-up questions will be like that. If you can do that, there's a very less chance that the interviewer is not interested in you. This is content based connect. The other thing is body language based connect. All what we discussed so far, how confidently enter the room, how you are dressed, the appearance and everything, how you shake the hands, how you sit, and just like you, the interviewer also will think this guy is really interested or not. You're fidgeting, you're fiddling with your thumb and fingers, and then you're just singing. The interviewer will lose interest, or you're not crisp. You are giving detailed answers, one word answers instead of that you are giving 10 sentences, or where you need explanation, you're saying one word answer. One example. Hey, what do you like actually as subjects at school? Physics. And then awkward
Silence.
silence. These are exams one word answer, or sometimes they expect a crisp answer. Can you tell me two things that other people will appreciate about you? Ah, sir, actually, they have, in college, they're saying this thing, and, I'm doing that, this, I'm this, my friend, and this thing, he has one dog or cat or something, all this, and then this, and you know what, whenever I speak, they're like, so you're giving a lot of explanations. So all these things you can manage with preparation. That's why I said there is no substitute for good preparation. So by content and body language, you can always connect with the interviewer. And if you're connecting with the interviewer, there's a very less chance the interviewer will not be interested in you. But but there are occasions. Despite all this, the interviewer is really not interested. Could be many reasons. Maybe, as you said, they have 100 interviews lined up. Maybe you are the 100th person, or they are simply not interested. Whatever this thing, it happens. Mass interviews, mass recruitments. That's how campus interviews happen. It's okay. You can always bring back the interviewer. How do you bring back the interviewer? Thank me. 1 minute. Hold on. Yeah. So, how do you bring back the interviewer? If you feel at any occasion, at any time, at any point of time during the interviewer is not showing interest and you're losing connect with the interviewer, or vice versa, you can always pause. Give You're talking, and then you realize the interviewer suddenly stops looking at you and start looking at the phone or talking to the other interviewer or some body language something. Stop talking. Stop talking. See if the interviewer, because normally when you're quiet and suddenly you talk, people look at you. When you're talking and you stop, people look at you. Observe for 2 or 3 seconds and then ask, is this okay? Can I go on? Or is this what you expected? Or some kind of question you can always ask. Nothing wrong. Professionals means it's not about not asking stupid questions. It's about asking the right questions at the right time. Even the wrong questions you can ask. That is completely acceptable if you ask many questions. What is not acceptable is you keeping quiet and assuming the other person has understood everything. In professional life, this is what it goes beyond interviews. In professional life, one of the biggest mistakes we can do is to assume things. So you can give a pause, ask the interviewer, is this what you expected, or is there something else you wanted to know? Is there something different you expected? You can ask. This is one way to bring the interviewer back. Many times when you stop talking, give a 2 minute, hey, thanks, mate. When you do 2 or 3 seconds pause, you give and everything, right? Generally, they will come back. Did this answer your question?
Yes, sir.
And you see what I did just now? I asked you, did this answer your question? This is something you can also do. You can get a feedback and acknowledgement. They ask you a question, you give an answer crisply and then say, is this what you expected? Is this okay? Or you want to know something more? You don't have to ask every time. Some people may get irritated and say, you should know that, whether you give the right answer or not. And one thing before I forget, one other thing you should do at the end of the interviews, never forget to ask some questions. Sometimes they ask, do you have any questions? Most people say, no, sir. They smile and say, no, sir. No. One extreme is saying no and not asking any question. Other extreme is asking all stupid questions. Here you do have stupid questions. Simply asking, see, some questions cannot be answered. When will I get the result? Because just before the previous day, they would have done a pre-interview discussion. They have told you that evening itself they will announce the result. You ask this to that, then it's a stupid question to ask them. When will you give the result? Or some people ask very intellectual questions. Sir, actually, according to your company's strategy, what do you want this thing? When do you? Hello, that question. Sorry, the person coming for the interview may not be a business leader. And sometimes you will. create a wrong impression. If that person cannot answer the question, you are trapping that person. Never trap the interviewer, it will always work against you. Never make the person who has your fate in his or her hands, do not make the person dislike you. Common sense. Again, preparation will help here. Preparation will help here. Always have a set of questions that you can ask. Always restrict yourself to one question. Sometimes two, not more than two. Not more than two. Yeah. So these are some things. Any other questions? Come on.
Sir, we all sent our resumes, sir. So can we have a feedback on our resumes?
We can do
Resume.
that also. See, unfortunately, because of my bandwidth, travels, and everything, I'm not in a position to look at every single thing. I know you guys sent long time back. What I would recommend is in our next session, we can open a few of those resumes and discuss it publicly so that you learn from each other. If that is okay with you, we, we will not be able to review every single resume, but I think most of the comments will be common. Beyond that, if you have additional questions for your particular resume, we can always have the extra conversation. That's okay. Just
Yes,
remind
sir.
me, I may forget
Yes,
in
sir.
my next session. So we will start our next session with a quick review of your resume. Maybe one or two resumes I can take. I can give some generic comments. And with Shweta, I reviewed her resume a few times in the past, right? Please,
Yes.
without me, just offline, you connect with her also. So at least already whatever comments I have given, you can take it from her. You can, if she's okay, Shweta, if you're okay, you can also share your resume with the others. So at least basic things you can get it out of the way. Look at the format of a resume, the content, how she has organized it. Because some of the improvements or enhancements she has made to the resume are based on the discussions we have had. So you will get most of your comments answered, the questions answered there itself. So please do that first. And additionally, any questions we can always discuss. Is that okay? It's okay with you, Shweta?
Yes, sir.
This one, sharing your resume and
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah,
you
sir.
can
I'm just sending.
and not just sending it to them. Also, if they have any questions, please answer that also
Yeah, sure,
from
sure.
what we
I'll
discussed
just.
in this thing. Nice. Perfect. So what we can do is the next session we can have. See, I will be back in Coimbatore Saturday night only. Sunday, I think I have a training in the morning, 11 to 2. Wait, let me stop this recording. I will put it on YouTube and I can share it. Yeah, just a minute.